Hello? Oh, I'm sorry. Are you open?
Always.
You all right?
TV murder mysteries like Hercule Poirot, Morse, Midsummer Murders and our own Brokenwood mysteries have been a regular fixture everywhere for years. Everywhere but the United States, it seems. Their best-known whodunits were long ago. Shows like Columbo, Murder, She Wrote and, let's not forget, Scooby-Doo.
It is time to discover what this flock of wicked wolves is hiding.
There's some Scooby-Doo shit going on here.
Scooby-Doo.
So when Rian Johnson introduced his detective Benoit Blanc, Daniel Craig with a faintly ridiculous New Orleans accent, solving murders in wealthy people's mansions, it was more of a novelty at home than it was, say, here. Now, following Knives Out and Glass Onion comes Wake Up Dead Man.
A perfectly impossible crime.
This case is solvable, right?
I'm incapable of not solving a crime. Well, you'll see. It's fun.
Now, even the biggest fans of the traditional whodunit have to admit that the unveiling of the murderer is the least interesting bit. One of the glamorous suspects is revealed to be the culprit. He, she or they admit it, the end. And let's face it, it could be any of them. I remember once it was the detective himself.
Well, isn't this something?
Right? It's hard to be in here and not feel his presence.
Whose?
Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You're not a Catholic.
No, very much not, no.
Don't worry, no spoilers. The most interesting part is the setup, where we meet all the moving parts of the story, particularly the soon-to-be victim. Now, generally, this is the most obnoxious person in the village, and in this case, the name gives it away. It's fire and brimstone priest, Monsignor Jefferson Wicks.
A man gives a sermon. He then, in plain sight of everyone, walks into a sealed concrete box. And 30 seconds later, that man is lying dead.
Invariably, the finger of suspicion then points to our hero, or at least the person doing much of the narrating. In this case, it's liberal priest Father Judd Duplessis. Johnson's character names are fabulous. Played by Josh O'Connor, here being grilled by Mila Kunis's investigating cop.
You're the only one on stage with the Monsignor at the time of his killing. You're the only one at that church who hated his guts.
The spirit really moved him today, huh?
So tell me, what the hell happened?
It's clear that Father Judd is going to need all the help he can get. In other words, Benoit Blanc himself. And if you remember Blanc's previous appearances, you'll know he'll spend much of the first act sniffing around the late Monsignor's conveniently depleted congregation.
Wicks had a vast family fortune.
If made public, can ruin people.
God forbid.
What's on the mind of Parish Secretary Martha Delacroix, shaky Dr. Nat Sharp and disgruntled lawyer Vera Draven is a rumoured missing fortune that may be the motive for Monsignor Wicks's demise. As for the culprit, well, poor Father Judd was discovered, literally red-handed, at the scene of the crime.
Everyone thinks I did it. I didn't do it.
This goes way beyond normal police work. This is something even I have not experienced.
Now, rookie visitors to a whodunit will no doubt trail after Benoit Blanc and Father Judd with their eyes peeled for significant clues. But the rest of us know that's a fool's errand. They always leave the key clue out until the very last moment, if at all.
With all the pieces on the table, this crime appears impossible.
Old hands instead scrutinise the cast to find out who'd do the best reading of the line, "I did it, I'm glad I did it, and I'd do it again." Or simply toss a coin. Both methods are just as likely to get results, unless the writers are doing their job properly.
This murder was dressed as a miracle.
But what happened that night?
There's a much, much larger scheme.
And in this case, Rian Johnson, who writes and directs the Knives Out films, did a very good job. He always picks a great cast and then gives them all something to do. He doesn't cheat, quite, though, like Agatha Christie herself, he's always ahead of us all.
To understand this case, you need to look at the myth that's being constructed.
Also, like Dame Agatha, his stories are hugely entertaining, with strong enough characters to work anyway, not just as potential suspects. Josh O'Connor in particular is terrific as the priest battling some unchristian emotions.
All right, stop! Here's what's gonna happen. Benoit Blanc and I are gonna ask you all some questions, and you're gonna answer them. We're gonna get to the bottom of who killed Monsignor Wicks and why, and then that's it.
And Daniel Craig has settled into his role as the eccentric detective. In the early films, Benoit Blanc wasn't so much a character as a collection of amusing idiosyncrasies. Now they combine into someone we want to see again. Wake Up Dead Man is certainly an efficient whodunit, but it's also better than that. Best film of the series, I think.
Now, who wants to go first?